So, you've done it. Your notes are pristine, your files are organized down to the last kilobyte, a place to capture your ideas, store important info, and manage your projects, which frees up your actual brain to do what it's best at: thinking, creating, and just being present in the moment. It's about offloading that mental weight of remembering everything from a brilliant idea in the shower to where you save that critical PDF. You've probably got a similar folder set up in iCloud Drive. You feel organized, you feel like you're in control. You just had a killer brainstorming session and you whip out Apple Notes to jot down the key takeaways. The note, the very core of your brainstorm's completely missing. Your note shows up instantly, but the logo files are nowhere in sight. The answer isn't a hidden setting or a complex app. It's a method. The tagging system in Apple Notes and the tagging system in Finder are two different worlds. Your brain becomes the bridge. You become the universal search engine that can glide between your ideas and your files, because you built the system to be intuitive. This isn't just a workaround, it's a higher level of organization that turns two separate, flawed systems into one powerful and cohesive whole. This is the home of your ideas, thoughts, and lists. We're going to build two parallel systems, one in Notes, one in Finder, that are perfect mirror images. They will use the exact same tag names, the same organizational logic, and where it makes sense, similar folder structures. A messy tag system is just as bad as having no system at all. The only rule is that a tag has to be a single word, but you can use hyphens or underscores to connect words, like hashtag project-chimera. The key is to be intentional. Before you create a single tag, think about the main categories of your life. I'm a big fan of starting with a limited, purposeful set of tags, inspired by productivity gurus like Tiago Forte. Smart folders aren't actual folders. They're saved searches that automatically pull in notes based on rules you set. This is where our strict tagging really pays off. You just created a rolling weekly inbox for all your new ideas. Now, any note you tag #active will instantly show up here. You think your fortress is impenetrable? Safe from the chaos of digital clutter. This is where your actual files live: the PDFs, the images, the project deliverables. I can't stress this enough. Consistency is mandatory. Create a smart folder and set the filter to show notes that have no tags. Being the organized person you are, you select the logo folder, open the tag editor in Finder, and apply the tag. Perfect. Create a 101 map for every tag you defined earlier. This is a one-time setup that pays off forever. They are saved searches that create dynamic views of your files, no matter where they're buried in your iCloud Drive. Here you can see and manage all your Finder tags. Now your note and your files are tagged with the same name. They should be linked, right? Save it. You now have one place to see every document, image, and resource for that project, pulled from all over your computer. Say you want all final reports from the second quarter. A critical flaw that leaves a gaping hole in your defenses for one simple reason. Apple Notes and the Finder do not talk to each other. The way your iPhone, iPad, and Mac all work together promises a smooth, frictionless flow of information. This finds every file that doesn't have a tag, giving you a clear inbox of files that need to be categorized. You've got Apple Notes for capturing everything from meeting minutes to those 3 a.m. Your ideas are in one place, and your files are in another. This is how things get lost. It's how a brilliant idea in a note gets disconnected from the very project files. It's supposed to guide. It's not just a missing feature. It's a source of chaos that leads to lost information and broken work. We didn't just patch the hole. We rebuilt the walls to be stronger than ever. By committing to a system of mirrored consistency, we forged a mental bridge between our ideas and our files. With a smart tagging manifesto and the power of mirrored smart folders, we made two separate systems function as a single, cohesive unit. Your second brain has a split personality, with no bridge connecting the two halves. You now have a true second brain, a digital memory fortress that is organized, reliable, and most importantly, whole. And I'd love to know. Drop a comment below. What's your single biggest digital organization headache right now? Thanks for watching. You open the Project Chimera Smart folder in Notes to see all your ideas and meeting notes. Create your first set of mirrored smart folders and notes in Finder. Build your fortress, one solid stone at a time. There's no gap, no disconnect. The two systems, while technically separate, are now functionally and cognitively one. The fortress is secure. Your second brain is whole. Change the first drop-down from kind to tags. In the text field, type active, boom, and tag it with your red urgent tag, blue Project Chimera tag, and orange meeting tag. That PDF immediately appears in your All Project Chimera Files Smart folder in Finder. And type #meeting, #project-chimera, and #urgent at the bottom. The seamless workflow Apple promises is broken, and your fortress has a hole you never knew was there. And you've got the Finder, powered by iCloud Drive, as your reliable digital file cabinet for all your documents, images, and the final, polished products of your work. Today, we're going to patch that wall. I am going to show you how to forge a truly unified system using the awesome power of smart folders and tags. 1. The promise of the second brain. And if you're all in on Apple, the ecosystem feels like the perfect place to build this thing. 2. The critical flaw exposed. Here's where the illusion of that perfect system shatters. And this might sound painfully familiar. You pop open Finder and search for hashtag Project Chimera, expecting to see everything related to your project. But all you get are the design files. This is the hidden, critical flaw. 3. Forging the unbreakable link. The philosophy. So, how do we fix this? If Apple won't give us a bridge, we'll have to build one ourselves. If the systems won't sync on their own, we'll force them into alignment through discipline and smart design. Think of it this way. If you have two separate maps of neighboring countries, the only way to travel between them is if they both use the same symbols for roads and the same names for border towns. When you know for a fact that the hashtag Project Chimera tag in Notes corresponds to the red Project Chimera tag in Finder, the technical gap between them almost disappears. Section 4. The Blueprint. Reinforcing your notes. Fortress. Step 1. The Tagging Manifesto. Project tags. For specific efforts with a clear goal. Use a consistent prefix. For example, hashtag Project-Chimera, hashtag Project-Phoenix. Status tags. To track where a note is in your workflow. For example, hashtag active, hashtag pending, hashtag someday, hashtag complete. Context tags. Defines what a note is or where you'll use it. For example, hashtag meeting, hashtag idea, hashtag research, hashtag resource. To add a tag in a note, just type a hashtag followed by the word anywhere in the text. Step 2. Building smart walls with smart folders. This is your command center. Set the criteria to include notes with the tag hashtag active. For when you need to focus, set it to include notes that have both the hashtag meeting tag and the hashtag urgent tag. Smart folder 3. Weekly idea review. Smart folder 4. Untagged notes. With this system, Apple Notes transforms from a simple notepad into a dynamic, self-organizing powerhouse. Your Notes fortress is now officially reinforced. If you're already having that aha moment about how this could organize your digital life, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. 5. The Blueprint. Securing your file. Citadel in Finder. Step 1. Mirroring your tags in Finder. Open Finder. Go to Finder greater than Settings and click the Tags tab. Your hashtag Project-Chimera from Notes becomes a Project Chimera tag in Finder. Let's make all project tags blue. Your hashtag active tag becomes an active tag. Let's make it green. Your hashtag meeting tag becomes a meeting tag. Maybe orange. Step 2. The all-seeing eye of smart folders in Finder. Just like in Notes, smart folders in Finder are our automation tool. Smart folder 2. All Project Chimera files. Create another smart folder. Criteria 3. Created is, within the last 90 days, this kind of precision is incredibly powerful. You've now built a powerful self-organizing file system in Finder that perfectly mirrors the logic in Notes. The walls of your file citadel are now secure. 6. The Unified Command Center. You just wrapped up that important client meeting. As you walk back to your desk, you open Apple Notes on your iPhone. Jot down the key decisions. Later, the client emails you the signed contract. You download it, right-click the PDF. We started this journey by staring down a huge, frustrating crack in our digital foundation. The maddening reality that Apple Notes and Finder live in their own little worlds. But we didn't just find a workaround, we built a disciplined and powerful methodology. If you want to take your organization even further, check out my video on the ultimate guide to Apple reminders right here.